You ever have those moments of the hell have I done? Well, this is another Rat Rod update. I'm just kind of throwing a short video out there. Um, yes, I've decided to take the cutting tools and just get rid of the entire body. It's like, the hell with it. I didn't have a title for this cab. Everything just about was either free or I haven't spent that much to do it. And I'm going to explain. No, this is not the end of the Rat Rod project. You see, I've just chop the whole body. Just get rid of that shit. Just put it to the side. And that's because I want to do something different. I'm trying to push myself to learn more and experiment more and keep going. Now, the bucket seats, or I'm sorry, the 60-40 splits are not going to be in there. That's going to be gone. But I wanted to keep pushing myself to do something different that I haven't personally done. So this morning, I went ahead and finished up the windshield, the part of the firewall. I'm kind of staying right there at that seam, trying to keep the toe board, and I'm going to show you here in a second why. I just figured before I head out to work, I'm going to shoot this quick update. The shifter, I might have to modify, even though I love that torch handle. It is kind of top heavy, so it kind of just really folds into gear, so I don't want it to do that. The Rat Rod go-kart is still going. Really don't have everything out to show you because this is a quick video. Decided to keep the 32 Ford grill shell. I know I'm keeping that. I love the bed. The suspension has been awesome. But what I picked up in that box is 7-inch round, I can't remember the name, but they're Speedway motors. Got little 5-inch riser brackets. I'm going to put them right here where it'll come up and curve out. It's got the speed holes. So we're doing the 7-inch headlights. I love the bed. I just turned off my light because I was fixing to go out. You can kind of see right there. And those are just some brackets that I had found off old boxy taillights. And what those are for is dual Cadillac 59 taillights. So, without further ado, make sure I close up the shop. And this is exactly why I decided to chop the entire body, because I can obtain a title for this cab super easy versus that 03. Even though I could eventually acquire a title, I just picked this up this past week, or I actually had a friend of mine go help me pick it up. That is, I determined it's a 1940s cab. Oh, there goes my side cutters. I knew I left them somewhere. The guy advertised it as a 40. And the way I know it's a 42 through 47 or 48 is the gas tank fillers, which eventually I'm going to shave that. It's just an old school body, and I love it. Yeah, it's got surface rust on it. So there's some stuff that I'm going to have to keep working out. Got the entire cab, minus windows. Well, I say windows. That has a track, but it's missing the regulator setup. And this door actually has the regulator and the original glass, but it's cracked, broken. So I'm trying to figure out what I want to do. I didn't want to paint the project, but I might, just to keep preserving this cab. It's actually awesome. It was pretty pricey, but not super. Picked up, had the gas tank in it, steering wheel, still has the original cluster, the single wiper with the wiper motor, and of course, a lot of stuff is froze up. Oop, almost cut the flashlight on. And under there is awesome. That is an actual parking brake from this original 42 through 40 something or other. It's got the toe boards in there. Toe boards are still in. Of course, the floor is going to be rotted. It's got lower rot, but I've been wanting to play around doing some sheet metal work, playing around with a brake. So I was like, what kind of better project to start out with? And of course, everything is going to have its flaws. That's over 80 years old. They broke off all 3 bolts here and on the bottom. Luckily I was able to drill, and I started putting a bigger bit in there because I was going to actually tap them. These 2 actually came out. This one I had to go ahead and tap. So as soon as I'm able to get this thing off this trailer, I'm going to knock that out. Kind of got to redo the steering angle. It needs to come up about 4 inches, I believe, so I can have some playability to kind of get that to made up with the forged steering of the Ranger cab. And of course, sorry, I was hearing, I guess that's Woody Woodpecker behind me. But we have little stuff I'm going to remove. Some of this old wiring, whatever this is, some kind of plate. Right here, I still have the original, like, I guess this would be the cab tag or VIN tag. That, oh, sorry, let me get y'all back in frame. Right here is part of the original, what do you call it, the gas pedal. It's got the original spoon pedal. It's kind of hard to see. There it goes. That actually moves. E-brake, there's actually part of the e-brake cable, which I'm going to take the one from the Ranger cab, kind of modify it to fit in. Pulling the original cluster, maybe I'll clean it up, sell it on eBay, or just keep it as a wall hanger. I'm going to do a GPS speedometer. Glove box door, now I can't believe it. I was looking online just to see what I could find. Believe it or not, let me make sure so I can see my phone. This crusty little box, not even the box, this little flap was selling for almost $200 to $300. You know what? As much as I love originality, I can get a sheet metal brake and bend some 18 gauge sheet metal and make my own. Window channels in here, or I guess this would be a retainer. Part of the other side is partially rotted, but again, for 80 years old. Original handles, and I have found these pretty cheap reproduction, or no, I'm sorry, not reproduction, originals. So, not trying to spend a ton on this cab, but I think it was like $60 for 2 of them, or even 4 of them came in a set. But I couldn't order anything until I determined what year cab. And you can't have an old cab, from what I understand, this came from out west, without the bullet hole. Well, as always, give me a thumbs up, subscribe, rate, comment, etc., all the above. And hopefully you've been liking this whole build project. The next thing is I'm going to pull the seats. And once the seats are pulled, I'm going to have a friend of mine help me set it down on the floor. And we'll start hacking away the extra floor material and figure out where this is going to get welded in. All right, guys, y'all have a great one.